The Civil War may be history, but one area group is working hard to keep it alive and tell the story from all angles, and they need your help. We're joined by Michael Esposito with Amherst County. Now, thank you so much for joining us. Tell us a little bit about this event, and it's really kind of exciting to think, folks that have things on hand like old diaries or old documents, they really can become part of the history, can't they?
Certainly. The Virginia Sesquicentennial of the American Civil War Commission has partnered with the Library of Virginia to search, locate, and digitize documents coming from the American Civil War era, primarily concentrating on the years 1859 to 1867. So we get a little bit before the war and a little bit into the Reconstruction. The idea is to locate and make these documents available for future reference by digitizing them, making use of the technology to preserve them so that we don't have to separate them from the private collections that they're currently held in. The idea, again, is that use the opportunity of the Sesquicentennial of the American Civil War, which of course took place from 1861 to 1865, to go back and re-examine the conflict from different viewpoints. So not only from the battlefield, but also from the perspective of the home front.
Right.
And in order to do that, we're looking for a variety of privately owned manuscript items. For example, letters, diaries, hand-drawn sketches and maps, paroles, discharge papers, and even pensions. Anything that provides a little bit of insight to what life was like during that time period, both participating in the conflict as well as on the home front.
And this is exciting that you're part of this committee. What have you learned so far being part of this committee?
Well, I think the big thing is that there's certainly a desire on the part of citizens of Amherst County to preserve our cultural heritage. And a large part of that is to understand events of the past. And of course, the Civil War took place all over the United States, but a real focal point of it was in Virginia, with so many of the battles and campaigns taking place there. And so even though in Amherst County we don't have claim to a large battle like Manassas or Chancellorsville or Fredericksburg, nevertheless, we do have a lot of interest in preserving that aspect of our heritage. In fact, there are a number of units that came from Amherst County that ended up serving with some of these famous armies, such as the Army of Northern Virginia. For example, we have Amherst Artillery, which later became Company A, the 31st Virginia Artillery. The Amherst Johnson Guard, Company I, later Company F of the 58th Virginia Infantry. The Amherst Mounted Rangers, Company E of the 2nd Virginia Cavalry, and finally, probably our most famous unit is the Amherst Rifle Greys, Company I of the 19th Virginia Infantry.
So we have so much history here as well that folks can contribute to. Now, I want to give some information out there about how folks can come out and do this. The Civil War Legacy Project, and March 16th and 17th, you need to call ahead to make an appointment, 434-946-9068. You also can get more information on their website, amherstcountymuseum.org. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.